wrestling fans, I'm Dylan.
And I'm Tapani.
And this is Wrestling with Wings. Alright everybody, this time we're watching Raw's 25th anniversary show.
That's right, and at the same time, it's the go-home show for next Sunday's Royal Rumble 2018!
Yeah! And we're gonna be eating, of course, the mother effing wings!
Well, of course we do.
And we gotta have our sauce, so we got the Red Skull, fiery, full of flavor, hot sauce, baby.
A Red Skull, eh?
That's right.
Okay, what are your expectations according to the show?
I'm pretty pumped up. I mean, this is going to be a nostalgia-filled WrestleFest if I ever saw one, I guess. And yourself?
Well, I'm gonna expect nostalgia. I'm gonna expect some huge stars there. The childhood heroes like Bret the Hitman Hart, Hulkster, Hulk Hogan, and Big Daddy Cool, Kevin Nash.
Yeah, baby. All right, well, we're pretty pumped up. We can't wait to watch it. Let's press play and see on the network. Yeah. Well, Raw 25th anniversary edition.
Yep.
What did you think?
Well, to be totally honest, it wasn't what I was expecting. Not by far.
The wings were pretty good.
Yeah, the wings were good. Yeah. And there were a couple of okay segments there, but...
Well, what do you think was the best? I
Well-
mean, that opening with Stone Cold Steve Austin and the McMahons, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, Mr. McMahon, he did a really good job. Like, that really was a immediate highlight for me. I was like, really like, wow, so this is the start of the show. Only uphill from here.
Yeah, the opening was pretty decent. Although it's a wrestling show and the opening was like...
It's a sports entertainment show.
Yeah, sorry about that. It was sports entertainment beginning, and Vince McMahon, Mr. McMahon did a good job. Stephanie did a good job. Shane O'Mac did a good job, and
Took a great stunner.
Yeah, Shane took a great stunner from Stone Cold Steve Austin. Although I would have hoped Stone Cold speaking something, I guess.
Yeah, one of the best talkers of all time.
Not saying anything.
Yeah.
Is that saying something? I don't know.
Yeah, well, but then again, we had the Alpha from Alpha Omega wearing his old Alpha Club t-shirt there. Snuck that one in. That was good.
Yeah, that was pretty sneaky. Chris Jericho is the man. He had, I think, 60 seconds to do something. 120 seconds, 2 minutes, I don't know.
The most talked about WWE superstar at the moment gets at least some airtime.
Yeah, but what I was about to say, he used everything perfectly. He was really good. Elias wasn't bad. Jericho took it over.
Yeah,
So,
I think Jericho basically stole that part of the show pretty good.
And for me, I think that was the most memorable thing from the show, which is saying something because it wasn't an actual wrestling.
Another pretty okay thing was the Intercontinental Championship match. Roman Reigns got booed the hell out of the building, basically.
Well, business as usual, the WWE universe, whatever you wanna call it, doesn't really like how Reigns is being pushed, I think, and they are actually now doing it every time the Reigns is coming in. I think it's part of the show now.
Yeah, I think they finally realized they got to embrace it in some way.
Yeah, and they're not gonna get rid of it never the Cena sucks hands and all
Yeah,
it's
part
there.
of it. It's part of it. And I mean, not a bad match for a Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, not bad.
I like the finish of it. With that turnbuckle spot and everything like that. It was believable and sellable as a wrestling match.
Yeah, I loved how the Miz got the clean win there. Yeah, it was a clean win. The guys were thrown out by the ref, and there was no help for the Miz, and he took care of the Reigns situation there.
Sure thing. And one like pretty okay thing as well for me, I liked the ending of that women's gigantic clusterfuck of a match, which usually is not something I'm looking forward to. But Asuka like really did a really great job selling that Royal Rumble. Literally, I think that was the only thing that properly sold this first ever women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was a good way to build up Royal Rumble, and the ending, all Asuka was destroying everyone. It was a good ending and good build for the women's Royal Rumble, and I must say it was far better built than last week's SmackDown ending with, I mean, I'll hold the show with those god-awful cellular phone promo videos.
Yeah, well, talk about Royal Rumble build where I barely heard anybody even talk about the Royal Rumble pay-per-view coming this Sunday.
Yeah, remember, it's a go-home show.
Yeah,
it was a go-home show.
Well, was that what you would call a professional wrestling show?
Well, Dylan, I wouldn't call it professional wrestling show. I think it was the purest sense of sports entertainment, and I would take the sports out. It was like...
And slightly less entertainment.
Yeah, I think it was 70% of promos, like snuck in cameos and all, and 30% of wrestling, which isn't saying much. There were actually pretty bad wrestling matches there. Definitely not a wrestling show.
What about the idea to have two venues?
Well,
did that work out?
It didn't work out at all, and I don't get it why. I would have hoped to obviously see the show in the original venue, which they could have pulled off, although they couldn't have sold such many tickets there, so many tickets, and I think that's why they divided into two sections. But boy, those guys were like ripped off and robbed. Like it was like a robbery in the daylight.
Yeah.
Like, take my money and don't give me anything type of a situation.
Yeah, and I mean, like, how many matches did that, what was it, the Manhattan Center?
Yeah.
How many matches did they get? They got a really horrifyingly bad, I'm terribly sorry, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. What the hell happened there? I don't know. It was so confusing. The crowd in that place was like confused. They were confused the whole time. They got The Undertaker, big pop. Undertaker does a speech, then everybody goes,
and I might add, not that good of a promo.
It was just weird. Just totally weird.
Really weird.
Nobody actually had an idea what was going on there.
Not even the JR and the King.
Oh, what was happening there? I mean, it's great to hear their voices, and they started off strong, but then it's like they kind of forgot they were even on the air, I think, there. And I mean, it's easy to forget that you're on the air when you're jumping between those two venues and really have no fucking clue what's going on.
Yeah, if there's nothing happening there, the flow is always like cut down. It hasn't. They didn't do anything there. I think they were watching some filler matches, or they were watching screens. What happens in the main arena, and then you have to all of a sudden call a match, and you don't have any idea or a promo of what's going on.
It was nice to see like DX and them give like the kind of pass the torch over to the Balor Club. That was cool in a way, like that's kind of what you wanted to see. But then the Revival gets squashed, like hardcore squash, and not like a hardcore match squash. They were just basically ass raped, and that's about it.
Yeah, they did the same thing to the Ascension a couple of years back.
Yeah, it was pretty like telegraphed that was probably going to happen.
And what bothered me in that whole, you said it was nice to see DX, and it was, but like it was somehow the production and the direction and the shooting, which camera is shooting now and what does it like get. It was all messed up, and you didn't see the switch in music by Shawn Michaels. You didn't see a bunch of stuff that were actually should have been shown to the audience.
Well,
it was really weird.
I mean, the cameos, which I was like kind of excited about. I loved the Stone Cold thing.
Yeah.
Undertaker was weird, but okay, he was there. And then, okay, we got to see Trish Stratus. That was cool.
Yeah, but the actual, they brought in the women from the Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era, whatever the fuck. But they were just standing there and like,
hello.
Hey, here we are these stars. And don't get me wrong, I love those women. They are great wrestlers, but why didn't they do anything with them?
Well, I mean, the two guys that they basically did something with was, and it was really a little bit weird, with Christian doing his peep show. That was kind of cool. That served as a purpose.
Yeah, he got like 4 or 5 sentences there.
Yeah, well, I guess what else could it go?
Yeah.
And then Mean Gene Okerlund looked like they literally pulled him out of the grave.
Sorry, Mean Gene.
But to interview the SmackDown
Yeah,
champion.
the SmackDown champion on the 25th anniversary show of what was the show?
Raw.
Yeah,
Whoa,
Raw.
weird.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, and you know what else was kind of weird? Bringing out Daniel Bryan as a guest for the general managers, just to get a pop. And the poker game backstage was kind of funny. The time when the Boogeyman came was kind of funny, but
I hate the Boogeyman. Sorry about that.
Guy's ripped, but
Yeah.
man, that gimmick. WWE as usual, I guess. We were kind of tricked into thinking this was going to be something special.
Well, it was special kind of a turd this time.
I guess, yeah, you can't polish a turd.
Yeah, you can't.
It's
there's
kind
no
of
way around
proof
it.
right now.
Yeah.
I mean, my overall idea of this whole show, I think you'll like this. I just thought of this. This was like the pro wrestling version of The Last Jedi.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Where was the pacing going on here? And I actually kind of like The Last Jedi, so. But anyway,
I
know.
didn't.
But this was like basically confusion. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And and then Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, and the Big Red Machine Kane, for some reason, are gonna meet in the ring, and we don't want any shit going down, so we're gonna bring out a bunch of legends, or some of them were kind of falling under that category, legends. And then what happens? They just fight, and Brock Lesnar gets put kind of through the announce table, and go home to Royal Rumble. So, what do you think about that? Your overall idea of this show?
Well, I think, to be totally honest, you want to hear my honest opinion?
Yeah.
It sucked ass. It
Balls?
was.
I think you wrote down over there, sucked balls, boring letdown. And then what does that say?
That one?
Oh,
It's embarrassing.
embarrassing.
Embarrassing, yeah.
Yes.
Well, it sucked balls too. It sucked ass too because, it wasn't anything good. If we say like there was this Stone Cold segment which was good, the Intercontinental Championship match which was actually pretty entertaining, and the Chris Jericho part, and the show lasts like with the pre-show 4 hours something. There's nothing really to mention for your kids, like.
No.
Awful.
I think.
Sorry, WWE.
Yeah. With supposedly one of the most memorable Raws ever, I guess this is gonna go down as shit.
Complete shit.
God awful, I guess. Well, we started at the top with Wrestle Kingdom 12 by New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
And then we go straight to the bottom with WWE's 25th anniversary show.
Yeah.
We're on a roll, baby.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was our take on WWE's Raw 25th anniversary show.
It sure was.
Did you like it? Did you not like it? What the fuck was that?
Well, I have this idea, like, if you didn't like the Raw 25th anniversary show, like this video, leave a comment on the comment section. Why didn't you like the show, or why did you like the show?
Did you like the show?
Did you?
Well, anyway, thanks for joining us. This is our second episode. You can actually watch our quick review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom 12. We liked that show, let me tell you. Maybe spoiler alert there, but you can check that out down there. Yeah, all right. Well, thanks so much for joining us. This has been Wrestling with
Wings.